Gen G were banning OPs. The only real OP banned by SKT is the Aatrox. They're actually going to choose Alistar first above that litany of strong champions.
It's crazy to see. Look at all the hovers here from Antara. The Rumble, Vel'Koz, Victor, and then Soraka. But I highly doubt that they're going to be first picking anything like that. Just some mind games here from SKT.
Now, Core JJ, we know about the Tomcans, 10-5. He's actually 5-0 undefeated on Alistar. Looked really sharp on the pick. By the end of the season, was taken away from him in the playoffs. SKT say, hey, cool bot lane you had over there. We're going to steal it away. Varus Braum. Varus, of course, another one of those potential first-pick champions at the moment. This is a lot of skipping over for the Rise. They're actually going to continue the mind games and not yet lock in the Varus. Maybe just looking for a repeat game on the Braum Kai'Sa. Another big duo lane. Ooh. And they confirm that with a first-round Ornn. Seems like Antara going back to what we first knew him as just a stable tank player, not interested in a skill matchup at all.
Hey, I mean, that was one of the things we were looking for in game number 1. How was Antara going to do? I would say he had a really fantastic performance on the Ornn. He was in position. There was the 1 weak teleport, but outside of that, I thought he looked pretty good.
I would say I have very little opinion of how he did because I think Faker did so much of the hard work for SKT, and the shot calling prevailed as well, rather than specifically Antara. I'm ready, of course, to give him another chance. I want to see Antara actually impact the lane. He's going to be on the Ornn, as we mentioned. Feels very Impact, another SKT top laner of old. Feels like very much cribbing notes from him, just going for tank top, squaring up the top lane, not interested in skill matchups, and happy to give priority to a team that in game 1 couldn't use priority in Gen G.
Well, no jungle picked on the side of Gen G. They're going to take one of Ambition's biggest picks in the Sejuani and probably go ahead and ban out a couple more. Gen G do have the room to go ahead and ban some of the AD carries or maybe even mid laners away from Faker.
So Gen G end up with Kai'Sa Alistar. I think just like us sensing that Kai'Sa Braum was going to come out on the red side. Issue with this is that Gen G actually have now picked a pretty weak laning 2v2, and Gen G...
Very good alongside the AD carry. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be angry that Faker's not on that aggressive carry.
And yet, all those people are saying, bring back that Faker of 2015. I remember plenty of Lulu mid in that year. And with Bang on something like the Twitch. This is quintessential SK Telecom T1. They're dialing it back. Did Koma dive in, find that S5 notebook, get the secrets out, because he's bringing it back. And if I remember correctly, he did pretty well in 2015.
Hey, you know, they got a lot of wins, and that's what they're looking for tonight. They want W's on that score sheet. They want that 3-0. They want the clean sweep. They're going to bring out all the different strategies. You got have a good game on this Zoe and be the pick here instead of Fly. Ambition once again invading into this blue buff, trying to get greedy and get all the buffs here with the lead he has in the jungle. Who's going to get the smite? It looks like this time again, it does go over to Ambition. Now Blank is going to be able to go down. In comes the Kai'Sa, first blood over to the Alistar.
And again, it's aggression coming through from Ambition. If you think about the tournaments he's always performed in, it's those World Championships. There's a lot of ability, if you get a turret early, for Twitch to have a paddock to roam in and get picks on to really accelerate the game. Which at this moment, still working towards Bay the Ruin King, but a lot of viability of this pick if you get through lane.
Ooh, Faker trying to greed for that ward. It looks like he's going to be greeding for his life. Has to wild growth to try to get out of here. Doesn't want to use that flash. Finally uses it at the last second. Is still going to die, though, at the end. The subjugate damage coming through. Ambition picking up a kill now on top of Faker.
Subjugate and red smite enough. The green line. They're trying to fight early. Here we go.
Trying to get on top of Crown here. There's the knockup into the knockup here. Actually from Alistar, gets 4 people away from the Zoe. Bang is going to be stunned up and does not have the damage into the back line. Then the Kai'Sa is going to get 2 already. And they're on the chase for more. They want to win the game right now. Not quite able to take out effort just yet, but 2 kills and a bit extra going to Gen G.
SKT trying to cheat the curve and go for the fight early, and instead Core JJ pops off, and here he is again.
Oh boy, just caught backing in the worst possible place. This is not looking good after that fantastic game one from SKT. They're being slaughtered so much. That's going to be kill number 4. This time going to Ambition. They're 5,000 gold ahead of 15 minutes. What's going on?
More often than not, when you try to cheat the curve and fight before your items are done, you should be punished. We've had examples to the contrary, like Griffin turning it around in game 1 of the LCK final. This is what should happen. CoreJJ just wins it straight up, looks for his moment, sees a group team, and thank you very much. Enjoy the airborne CC on 4. Bang gets no damage in with his ultimate. He opened up and then got headbutt pulverized, and Ruler gets backline access. It is a comedy of errors and just an amazing fight for the side of Gen G.
CoreJJ, definitely the MVP of that one. Was expecting the knockup from the Ornn to be the big one, but it wasn't. Faker backing on top of a control ward, essentially. Nowhere for him to go,
and
nowhere
again,
to hide.
You have 2 items on Twitch, that works. If you have vision control in that area.
Escape. In the end of the day, not half bad. They forced a fight, nobody dies, and, well, Crown, he's looking for more.
G want this turret in the mid lane. I don't know if SKT can open up. They have big ults down, but here's Bang.
Yeah, he does pop that ultimate. CoreJJ is going to get low enough. He might be able to tick down. Down he goes. Bang. Able to pick up a kill here. And now Crown's still looking for his own pick, but not half bad. The first kill for SKT going to Bang.
I think Crown actually made a mistake. He used Flash when he just went in with the portal jump there. I believe that was just a... Well, of course, Twitch doesn't have teleports, so why not make this game about Baron? So far, SKT, think about it. They don't know. They don't have the health bar, and we're about to pick.
Well, Blank is just going to go ahead and face check. No escape for him, as there had to be someone to try to see what was going on. Now they want to get on top of CoreJJ, who is going to pop his ultimate. They're trying to bait them away from that Baron. They absolutely do not want them to start it.
At the highest level of League of Legends, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction and reactive play available. In this case, Gen G say, oh, your bot laner's bot lane? How about we go for the Baron while you have 2 more?
Ornn as well.
Do they turn?
Getting that position, the knock up here onto CoreJJ, and the big knock away onto Blank. No Baron steal coming on in here. Trouble gonna land onto Untara, and Gen G just say, we don't need to bite off anymore. We already got the Baron. We're already gonna take the lead in this game.
As you say, they don't get greedy for the team fight victory. Not something we could have known based on recent history. But in a matchup that's about real history and recent history, Gen G want to make it 1-1 and force us to a best of 3.
It's looking good for them so far. Bang is in a really awkward spot there with the perfect Trundle pillar. The bottom lane with Baron buff for Kive means that Ornn can do absolutely nothing up against that. Another push into the top side here. They're going to get the knock-up on a Crown, but he is able to get away with that cleanse. Bang still in the back line with everything available, but in goes Ruler. He's going to be able to take out Braum, and the rest of SKT with no support is just going to let themselves have their front door be pushed in.
It says it all. It says Sejuani ult comes in, and Bang doesn't even ult because he knows there's no kills to pick up, and the game could just end.
They might just here. They're going to launch themselves onto Untara. Gen G might just be able to do it on the back of basically only the 1 kill towards the end of this last push. Ruler wants a little bit more, but it's a foregone conclusion. In under 30 minutes, Gen G take game number 2.
What a fascinating 2 games we've had here. SKT of old comes out, and they cosplay as SKT of old in game number 2. But the familiar problems actually come back in this second game and remind us that it's